The coverage extensions in the BOP permit the insured to extend coverage to the policy after a loss to certain kinds of property. Extensions only apply to property at the described location or within 100 feet of it, unless the policy contains other provisions. Automatic coverage is extended for newly acquired or constructed property and applies for 30 days after the acquisition or the beginning of construction of the property. Such coverage ends before 30 days when the insured reports the property to the insurer or the policy expires. The coverage extension only applies to buildings at a location other than the described location if their use is similar to the use of the buildings appearing on the declaration or that of the warehouse or of a warehouse. $10,000 of coverage is extended for personal property off premises. Certain limitations, though, do exist. The extension applies to property in transit or at a premises not owned, leased, or operated by the insured. The extension does not apply to money, securities, valuable papers, and records or accounts receivable. $2,500 is extended for outdoor property caused by 5 specific perils: fire, lightning, explosion, riot or civil commotion, and aircraft. Covered outdoor property is fences, radio and TV antennas, satellite dishes, signs that are not attached to buildings, trees, shrubs, and plants. Debris removal expense is included in this coverage extension. $2,500 is extended for personal effects that are owned by the insured or its officers, partners, members, or employees. Personal effects include handbags, coats, and other personally owned property. Coverage is not extended for tools or equipment used in the insured's business or to loss by theft. Personal property coverage is extended on a limited basis to valuable papers and records and accounts receivables. The most the policy will pay is $10,000 for such property located at the described premises, and $5,000 when covered property is off the described premises. Now, certain limitations do apply. For valuable papers and records, the coverage extension applies to property owned by the insured or that is in the insured's care, custody, and control. The coverage extension does not apply to property held as samples for delivery after the sale or in storage away from the premises. For accounts receivable, the coverage extension applies to amounts due from the insured's customers, along with certain other expenses. Certain general property exclusions contained in the policy do not apply to these 2 coverage extensions.